The Reconnaissance students have progressed through some of their fundamentals and have made it to their situational training exercise. This is the final test to see if they can handle their final field training exercise, but before they get there, they need to be able to handle some planning and a little adrenaline. Reconnaissance and surveillance is about observation and gathering information to relay back to higher-ups. This is done using many tools and skills that are available to the students in RSLIC. But if they don't learn them first, they're useless later on.
You need to understand skill level 1 tasks because everything in this course builds off skill level 1 tasks. You have to be a good follower before you can become a leader. And that's how this course is conducted. The first week you follow, we appoint a class first sergeant and you kind of follow the training schedule. But as we assess and we hand out leadership positions, then you learn not only how to be a follower, but a leader.
Part of that understanding is gathering tools for the proverbial tool belt. A vital experience in reconnaissance units is spies and fries, and while most of a soldier's time is spent observing the enemy through a scope or camera lens, it is sometimes spent in the air. Spies and fries are important insertion and extraction methods, and while they are necessary, they're still just a part of the fundamentals. But they are a gateway into the next part of the course, the Situational Training Exercise, or STX.
They start their reconnaissance planning, which leads them into an airborne operation, into the Situational Training Exercise, where it's student-led, cadre-assisted. We go around and help them firm up their SOPs.
Part of this course is learning fundamentals, and part is experiencing different reconnaissance and information gathering techniques. But the other part is just as important, and maybe one of the hardest and most important things they take away from the course.
How to freely think with inside that commander's intent. To analyze the risk worth reward. Is the risk worth taking to gather that information that maneuver commander wants? So the beauty about the course is once we teach you the doctrinal way of doing stuff, it's open to questions to say, well, how would you, as a reconnaissance surveillance leader, a pathfinder team leader, an infantry scout, how would you have done this in combat?
This student-led and cadre-assisted planning is conducted first to determine where to go, how to get there, and more.
Our western boundary is Pine Tree Road. Our northern boundary is Red Diamond Cactus Road. Our eastern boundary is Highway 355. And our southern boundary is the railroad tracks.
After using this prep time to ask vital questions they can't ask later, the students literally jump in with both feet. Into the STX, that is.
Truck's easy, foot's easy, but it adds a little bit of excitement to the students. They get to see they haven't jumped in a couple years. They get to come down here and jump. So we get to show them another means of insertion, but it's all the planning that goes into that. What is the order? Who's exiting the aircraft? Where are we going to assemble? How are we getting a head count? How long are we going to wait before we move out? It just brings a little more excitement for the students.
After landing with full gear and a weapon, the students head out on a cadre-assisted patrol, their final test before they get to their field training exercise, where they will conduct urban and woodland reconnaissance, and this time, they're on their own. Nicole Randall, Fort Benning TV.